Life can be said to predominantly revolve around water, the Earth's most precious resource. Putting this into account under the Vision 2030 blueprint, the government of the Republic of Kenya took cognizance of the importance of improving the country's water and sanitation services and increasing access to its citizens. A move spearheading the country's transformation to a newly industrialized middle-income economy. As part of reforms by the government, 8 water service boards were established under the Water Act of 2002. They were tasked with meeting the country's high water demand. Established on 12th March 2004, the Lake Victoria North Water Services Board is one such body. As the Lake Victoria North Water Services Board, our services cover the Western and part of Rift Valley regions. Counties which fall under our jurisdiction include Kakamega, Busia, Bungoma, Vihiga, Trans Nzoia, Uasin Gishu, parts of Elgeyo Marakwet, and parts of Nandi County.
The Lake Victoria North Water Service Board is a product of the Water Act 2002, which was operationalized in 2004. It's one of the boards that serves the Western and North Rift regions. We basically do infrastructure at the moment because previously we've done all the water activities, but due to the new constitution of 2010, some of the functions have been devolved to the counties, and therefore we are now an arm of the Ministry of Water, basically doing the infrastructure, after which we hand over all those activities to the counties. So we work very closely with the county governments, but more importantly, we are an agent of the Ministry of Water.
Our mandate as an agency of national government is to develop water and sewerage infrastructure within our area of jurisdiction. This infrastructure being a function of the national government, we hold the assets, that I mean the water infrastructure, the water treatment plants, the pipelines and all, the treatment plants, all the housing related to it. These assets go into the book of the national government because they are developed through loans, through credits, through grants. So they are assets that we hold on behalf of the public.
Since inception, we have implemented a number of key water supply and sanitation infrastructure within our coverage areas. This has in turn translated to increased water accessibility both for industrial and domestic use. The same has been the case with sanitation infrastructure.
We have a project in almost every county. In Nandi, with the help of development partners, we will very soon be commissioning the Keben water project that will serve the entire region of Nandi. It's a very big project. It will serve Kapsabet and Nandi Hills, the town, and the towns that are within the county. But at the moment, we have a project that is running in Kapsabet town that was financed by the Japanese government, the Chaiga project, that costed about over $1 billion shillings. That one is currently operational. The reason why we are putting in another project is because that is a pumping scheme, and pumping schemes are very expensive. Our focus mainly is to develop in as much as possible, mostly, the gravity schemes. In Uasin Gishu, we have the Jebara that was financed in partnership with the German government. That is overstretched at the moment because the town of Eldoret has grown exponentially. Probably it's tripled its size, its population. And therefore we urgently need an additional supply, and that is why with the help of World Bank, we've just commissioned now the El Karini project that will give us about 10 million liters per day. That project is currently ongoing, and we hope it will be complete by end of next year. Additionally, because that is not sufficient, because we have a deficit of over 20 million liters, we hope that with the support of ADB we should get another project on board. They have already accepted. We are in the final stages of signing an agreement so that we can develop the Kipkaren water supply that will give us over 25 million liters per day. That, in my view, will probably serve Eldoret at the moment, but we have other plans. We are in the process of designing another mega project called Two Rivers that will take us probably in another 30 or 40 years, because I think the problem that we have is we never planned for these towns. Then we go to Elgeyo Marakwet. We already have in operation two projects, one in Kapsowar and another one in Kapcherop. Those ones are currently operational, serving the residents of that region. We hope to expand the same so that we can serve more people. But because of the demand, we've commissioned another project to serve the indigenous people upstream called the Kapcherop water supply. In Trans Nzoia, we have the water supply that is currently supplying 10 million liters. We hope that with the support of ADB again, we are getting on board another project from Kiptogot Kolongolo that will supply over 10 million liters to Kitale town. And we are also pursuing another partner to develop the sanitation system.
These developments have been made possible under various programs financed both by the Government of Kenya and a number of our development partners, including the World Bank, KfW, a German development bank, Italian government, UNICEF, African Development Bank, the Belgium, Korean and Japanese governments, among others. One such program is the Nzoia Cluster Phase 3 program, which has been under implementation for the last 5 years, mainly under the Water and Sanitation Services Improvement Program, WASIP, funded by the World Bank and the Government of Kenya. The WASIP program was initially designed to mainly provide facelifts to water supply infrastructure in a number of small cluster towns and growth centers within the board, towns which have suffered from dilapidated infrastructure and therefore perennial lack of water and inadequate sanitation. The other projects implemented under the WASIP program are Kaimosi, Cheptulu, Serem and Hamisi water projects in Vihiga County, Kapsoya treatment works and Elegereni pipeline in Uasin Gishu County, Kipkaren Dam water supply project in Uasin Gishu County, Kapcherop and Kapsowar water supply projects in Marakwet County, and lately rehabilitation of Kwanza water supply project and construction of sanitation facilities for informal settlements in Mumias and Eldoret towns.
Most of the focus was mainly in the urban centers, and therefore we've ensured that we've developed huge projects to serve mainly the urban centers of Eldoret. We have the Chebara water supply, then a very big project that was done in partnership with the German government, supplying the whole of Eldoret town. Then we have one in Mumias that is basically serving the Kakamega region. Then we have the Tindinho project that is in Nandi, that is serving also Kakamega and its environs. Those are very big projects costing billions of money. Then we have one in Webuye that is serving Bungoma. Then we have the Trans Nzoia one that is serving the whole of Kitale. But we also have other projects. Those are the mega projects that we have. And currently we have we've just commissioned the El Karini project that will augment the supply of water to Eldoret town.
Our board is, however, predominantly rural, with more than 60% living in rural areas. In appreciation of this, we have put in place plans and strategies of expanding access in such areas by constructing small water supplies and water point sources appropriate for sparsely populated areas like Surge.
The community water supplies are important to us in this way, that while you can develop, let's say, a spring source, and our area of jurisdiction is blessed with such a springs, it will be able to serve maybe 100 of 50 households. Clean water, no treatment, is a natural source which they have been using within their locality for years, but you have just decided to add some technology to it, a simple technology to enhance their supply and therefore improve their livelihood or access. It's a small investment, but the impacts in terms of changing the livelihoods of the people, saving time for water collection, access to clean water, improving kitchen gardening and so on. Small investments impacting greatly the community.
Kwa yangu ni shukrani kwa hawa wenye watuletea maji Lake Victoria North. Tufanyia kitu kizuri. Juu tulikuwa tunatembea mwendo mrefu sana kutafuta maji. Na hayo maji ya mto, saa zingine vitu vimekufia huko juu. Juu hiyo maji iko chini, uchafu inateremka huko chini. Huko tunaenda tunachota na tunakunywa tu hivyo hivyo. Na sasa hivi tunapatwa na maradhi kama diarrhea na malaria na mengine na typhoid.
Ndahenyera kuba santi ama orio muno ihongo kuba fadhili befwe hasa UNICEF nende North Victoria North Water Service Board kaharu honya handikendelea kuruhonya hani maji masafi asukunyola kama malwaye kosikosida.
Hii mradi imetusaidia sana kwa sababu watu wengi tulikuwa tunasumbukana huko maji. Saa zingine siku za kiangaza tukienda huko tunakaa mpaka saa 6 hivi mtoni. Ndio tunatoka huko usiku na shida mbalimbali kwa barabara ukirudi na maji. Na kulingana na vile mradi imekuja hapa imetusaidia sana, imechangia sana, sasa hatuoni ile shida.
Nimefurahi sana kwa hii mradi yenye mmeleta kwa sababu sisi wamama tulikuwa wanyonge kwenda kuchukua maji huko kisimani. Sasa tumefurahi nyinyi kutuletea sisi mradi. Juu tunachota maji karibu sasa.
Ningependa kuwashukuru wahifadhi wa maji kwa kutuletea maji karibu na tudurusu masomo yetu vizuri.
We believe in setting systems in place. We are an institution that is ISO certified in terms of the ISO quality 9000 2008 quality management system. We were among the first water service board to get certified.
Through the collective efforts of our development partners and the Kenyan government, we have drastically improved the water supply and sanitation levels in our area of service.
One of the biggest problems that we have is financing. In spite of all the monies that we get from donors and national government, if you look at the budget, the national budget, the amount of money that is dedicated to water is very low. I wish that we could take this mandate more seriously, increase funding to the water sector, reduce dependency on donors, and probably also request counties to also, in their budget, include quite some substantial amount of money in the budget. I look forward to a time when every Kenyan within this region and within that region and within the country will be having sufficient water supply. Let's take water as one commodity that we all need, but at the same time, we must all invest in it. Every Kenyan must invest in this water supply. And if we do that, we can increase our distribution to other people.
One constitute of key Vision 2030 pillars is water and sanitation. Here at the Lake Victoria North Water Services Board, we are on the fast track towards implementing projects that will see Kenya achieve its intention of transforming the country to global competitive standards.